Alrighty. Compositions of transformations means you're doing two or more transformations. So, and the ones we've talked about so far are translations, reflections, and rotations. So, when you see some points, first thing we're going to do is put them on the graph. We're going to do reflect across y, and then we're going to translate. So, the rule is going to be x minus 8, y minus 6. So my first point is negative 7, 6, negative 6, 3, negative 3, 6, and negative 6, 9. So we're going to go A, B, C, D, and back. All right. So if I'm reflecting it over the y-axis, here's the y-axis. And my rule for reflecting over the y-axis is negative x, comma, y. So all my x values are going to switch from, they're all negative, so they're all going to be positive. So a prime is going to be 7, 6, 6, 3, 3, 6, and 6, 9. All right, so now let's put that on our graph. That's going to be oh, no, that's right. Okay, and then 6, 9 is up there. So there it is, reflected. Then I'm going to translate. So remember, I have to use these. Oh, no, I don't. Take that back. I'm going to use these values, and I'm going to subtract 8 from my x, and I'm going to subtract 6 from my y. I'm going to subtract 8 from my x and 6 from my y. I'm going to subtract 8. I have to say it, otherwise I'll forget what I'm doing. And 6. And negative 2. And 3. All right, let's see if that looks like I moved it 8 down. Because I could just count, like for C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I end up at? Nope, I did not. What did I do wrong? I went down 8 and over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh man, I messed that up, didn't I? 6 minus 8 is negative 2. 3 minus 6 is negative 3. 3 minus 8 is negative 5. Oh, because I'm an idiot and I'm doing it the wrong way. You guys help me out here. My numbers are right. My counting isn't right. So if I'm going over, let's try that again for C. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh. All right. For some reason, I was counting up and down for my X and left to right for my Y. Yeah. Okay. -1, 0. -2, -3. -5, 0. And -2, +3. Okay. Phew. All right. So if you combine the two transformations, the way you would write it would be -x minus 8 and y minus 6, because this would tell you reflect, and then this would tell you to translate. And pretty much we always translate last. So when you're looking at these, think about translating last, unless it tells you something different. Like for this one, it tells you something different. So this one says to go to the right 5 units. So everything's just going over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's P prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's R prime. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's Q prime. So here is my translated. And then I'm going to reflect it over X. And X is right here. The rule for X is, so this was X plus 5. Oops. And Y, because it didn't change. And then reflecting is over X is X negative Y. So the rule is going to be something like X plus 5 comma negative Y. All right, and then we're going to go 1, 2. Here's R double prime. Here's Q double prime. And P is going to be right there. So you can't really write the rule differently if you translate first. So you go in order. You follow the directions. Like example 2 and example 1, or if you have a rule, translate last. So you're going to rotate or reflect first and translate last, unless they tell you to do it in a different order. Okay, so let's look at this one. So I have my rule. So I have a negative X and a negative Y. And if I go look at my rules, this is 180-degree rotation. And then second is going to be translate. 2, right, down 1. Okay, so when we look at the next one, it's just a translation because everything stays in the same relative place. It would be if it was a reflection, A and B would switch places, but they don't. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the transformation is going to be x plus 6, y plus 2. And I know that I'm going from the red one to the blue one because the blue one has the little prime symbols. So pre-image, image. Okay, so example 6, again, we're going to do the signs in front of the x and the y first. So I have a negative x and a positive y. So that's reflecting across y. And then left 4, up 6, translation. All right, and example number 7, we haven't really talked about dilations yet, but it got bigger, so we're going to assume that there was a dilation, and we'll talk about those next lesson, because it got bigger, and then it got translated. And we're not going to worry about how much the dilation was or how far it translated, because we're going to talk about that next lesson. And there is a dilation thing, and everything gets bigger at the same proportion. Remember when we talked about similar triangles, everything you make is similar. It's just going to get bigger everywhere the same amount. So that is your